Hey everybody, Frank from Frank's Card Corner here. A lot of you have been asking me what are my favorite cards in my collection. Well, here they are. Okay, let's take a look. All of these cards you can see in my Stars and Rookies video. I have these in my top loader boxes along with all the other cards that I have in there. So let's start by looking at the first card, which is a reprint that was of a 1960 Hank Aaron card that was featured in the 1990 Topps series of cards. There is the back, and you could see on the front has the anniversary logo there. This is a reprint of his 1960 card, like I said. Next we have an original 1975 Topps Dick Allen. I just always liked the 1975 design. I think they're a very vintage, 70s classic design on these cards. This is the only Dick Allen card I have. I think it's his last card. Maybe he might have had a 76, I'm not sure, but another one of my favorites. And of course, no favorite list of cards is complete without a Wade Boggs rookie card. This is the original 1983 Topps. There's the back. Another one of my favorites. 1986 Topps traded Barry Bonds. This is his very first Topps card in the 86 traded sets. This came out at the end of the year after the base set was released. That's the Bonds rookie. Another one of my favorites here, this is probably in my top 10. This is a 1978 George Brett. This is, I think, is Brett's third year. And this card, I really like this card because I love the 1978 design, and it's a George Brett card, obviously, but it's just in great shape. It's got nice color, good corners. I'm considering having this card graded, but this is just one of my favorites. I always like this card. Continuing on George Brett, this is a reprint from 2001 Topps of his 1975 rookie card. You can see the Topps 50th anniversary logo there. 2001 was Topps' 50th year of cards. So this is a reprint of the 1975 George Brett rookie card, as you see the back. Another 1975 card. Here's a 1974 highlight of Lou Brock. This was one of the, I believe, first few cards of the set. Just always liked that card. I have a couple of Lou Brock cards. I think his last year was 1979. Continuing on 1975, this is my 1975 Rod Carew card. Just love the photo on that card. Again, this card is in great shape, got good color. Just has a nice 70s vintage look to it. Moving on to another 2001 reprint. This is a 1972 reprint of Rod Carew's card. You can see the Topps 50th anniversary logo there. Again, this was in the 2001 series of cards. These were inserts, just like the George Brett. Here is a 1980 Topps original Steve Carlton card. 1980 was the first year I actually started collecting, and it was the first set that I put together. I have a couple of these cards actually, and I always love this Steve Carlton card. I think the card just has a lot of action in the picture. Carlton looks great there. He looks like he's really ready to fire one of his high 90s 100-mile-an-hour fastballs right there. Just a nice card. The crowd in the background. Great picture of him. And this one here is an original 1975 Gary Carter rookie card. This card is in phenomenal shape. It's very rare to see a card like this from 1975 Topps. You see Carter in the upper left corner, and also Mark Hill is up there. He had a couple of good years. There is the back of the card. Actually considering getting this card graded. The centering is very good. It has very minor wear on the corners, and the color is just great. Gary Carter, of course, a Hall of Famer. Here's a 1976 Gary Carter rookie card. You see the All-Star Rookie Trophy on there. This is his 1976 base card. Carter's second year after the last card I showed you was issued. This is another one of my favorites here. This is a 1982 San Diego Chicken card that was released by Donruss back in '82. I remember this card actually got some media attention by the press because it was kind of, I think it was the first time a mascot was ever featured on a baseball card. So I was kind of out looking for this card, and it took me a couple of packs to get it, but I did wind up pulling one. And it's just a nice novelty card to have. Moving on to my Roger Clemens 85 Donruss card. I actually had one of these graded. It only came out as 7.5, but I did release it. I did wind up selling it on eBay and keeping this one. This one is actually in better condition. I probably should have had this one graded. This is my 85 Donruss Clemens. There's the back. This here is a 1991 Donruss Roger Clemens. Nothing special about this card in the lines of as far as value goes, but like I said, these cards are not necessarily my favorite because of what they're worth. I just love the photo on this. I think it's really cool. 1991, Topps actually kind of started doing horizontal portraits again, and they did some really cool photos, and I just like this picture of him standing against the wall with the strikeouts there. It's just different. Just a very cool looking card. This card has a very special sentimental value to me. This is a 1973 Topps Roberto Clemente. This is Clemente's last card before he unfortunately passed away in a plane crash in the winter of 73, I believe it was, or 72. This is his, like I said, his final card. It's in really good shape. It's really a must-have in any collection. It's a Roberto Clemente card. It's the only one I own, and again, that card has a lot of meaning to me for those reasons. Here is my 1977 Andre Dawson rookie card. Pretty good shape. Always liked the 77 series. Here's the back of the card. Love this. I love all the rookies from the 70s, all the big players back then. I don't have a Dale Murphy rookie card. I always wanted one. Here's Andre Dawson's second year card. 1978 Topps. You see the gold All-Star rookie trophy on there. This card again, I love the 1978 design. I love Dawson's pose there. Just a nice 1970s vintage look. The card is in excellent shape. And again, it's a second year card of a Hall of Famer. Here's another favorite of mine, a 1982 Carlton Fisk. This is his in-action card from the base 1982 set. I just love the action on this card. It's a horizontal portrait. Fisk diving for a ball or a tag or something like that, but it's just a nice looking card. Here's the back. These in-action cards listed, you know, All-Star and Championship and World Series highlights of the player. But I just like the action shot on that. Great shot. Here's a card that really holds some sentimental value to me. Steve Garvey, obviously not in the Hall of Fame. I believe he should be. One of the best first basemen of the last 30 or 40 years. 10-time All-Star. Really, really good player. The reason I like this card so much is this very card is the first card I ever saw when I opened up a pack of baseball cards. When I bought my first pack of Topps cards back in 1980, this was the very first card that I saw when I opened the pack. And somehow it avoided a gum stain and a wax stain. I believe it was on the back and the gum was in the middle of the pack or something like that. But this just was the very first card I ever saw when I opened up a pack of baseball cards when I was 9 years old. And not too bad a card to see for your first one. Going back to 1975, here is a 1975 Bob Gibson. We all know how, you know, what the dominating force Bob Gibson was on the mound back in the 60s. Had one of the best seasons ever by a pitcher. I believe it was in 68. This is his, believe final card, his 1975 Topps card. It's a little off-center, but it's the only Bob Gibson I own, and it's just a nice card to have. Here is a 1993 Upper Deck. I believe this guy's name is Walter Ayas. These were a set of insert cards that were in the base 1993 Upper Deck series. He did a bunch of players where you could see his name down there. He did these really cool photographs of a bunch of players. This is the Griffey one. Nothing great about the photo, just a nice, clear, sharp, close-up photo of Griffey. Nothing but photo on the card and just this writing down here. Just kind of different for the time. Just a nice card to have. Going back to 1983 Topps, here's my Tony Gwynn rookie card. This is one of 3 that I own, actually. I have another one. I have the complete set of this year. This is an extra Gwynn. There's the front of the card. There's the back of the card. Just a must-have in anybody's collection. Not in here just because of value. I'm a big fan of Tony Gwynn. It's just a nice-looking card. And here is Tony Gwynn's 1983 Fleer rookie card. Just again, a nice simple pose, holding the bat on his shoulder. Card's in great shape, packed fresh, went right into the top loader. It's been in here for almost 40 years now. One of my bigger cards value-wise here is my Ricky Henderson rookie card. This is actually my third one. I have 3 of these. I have the complete set of this year. As I mentioned earlier, it's the first set I ever put together as a kid. This is my Henderson here. Here's the back of the card. One of these cards recently, I believe, sold on eBay. A PSA 10 perfect gem mint card. Perfect centering, everything. Just sold for, I think, over $30,000 this card sold for. It's amazing. Just really hard to find in that condition. Another Ricky Henderson card, going back to 1991 Topps. Again, they were doing these side portraits again. I think that this is just a really cool picture of Henderson. I have so many, there's a lot of cards in the early 1990s of Ricky Henderson diving into bags, and being that he was known for base stealing, it's really cool to see him on these cards like this. That's just a really cool shot of Ricky right there. And there's the back of the card. I have a couple of these cards. Here's one of my personal favorites in the collection. Keith Hernandez is probably my favorite Met of all time, especially back in the 80s. This is one of my favorite cards of him. It's the oldest Keith Hernandez I own. It's the only one I own of him without his famous Keith mustache. This is his 1978 Topps card. It's in really good shape. I could probably send this off to be graded. Although the centering is off, it's got razor sharp edges, good color. Again, this is the 1978 Keith Hernandez. There's the back. Just a nice classic shot of one of the greatest players to play first base. 1987 Topps. Here's Bo Jackson's rookie card. We all know how great an athlete Bo was, playing football and baseball. This is his 1987 Kansas City Royals card. Won the Heisman Trophy the year before in college football. Here's the back. And again, other than it being a Bo Jackson card, it's just a really cool looking card. Looks like he's ready to grab a fly ball there. The future stars in bright color going across the card. Just a really nice card. I have about 4 of these cards. Moving on to 1993 Upper Deck. What favorite stack in any collection would be incomplete without a Derek Jeter rookie card? This is his 1993 Upper Deck rookie card. This is the only one I have of these cards, actually. I never completed the 93 Upper Deck set, but did happen to get my hands on a Jeter card. That's his 93 Upper Deck card. Here's kind of a novelty card that was in the 1994 Upper Deck set. This is a Michael Jordan rookie card when he was trying to make the Chicago White Sox. This card still holds some value to it just because it's Michael Jordan. But nice card to have. And that was his rookie card with the White Sox for the 1 or 2 years that he was actually in their farm system or whatever. 1974 highlights. This is a 1975 Al Kaline highlight card. Again, I love the 1975 design. This is his 3000th hit highlight. There's the back of the card. Al Kaline joins the 3000 hit circle. 75 Topps was just a really nice design and super hard to find in good condition. Moving on to a reprint. Actually, not a reprint. This is a... This is actually a 2006 Mickey Mantle home run card. This in 2006, Topps actually put these into packs as inserts, depicting every home run that Mickey Mantle ever hit. They had one card for each home run, so there was 526 or 536 cards, I believe, in this set. This is actually card number 1 that depicts his first home run. So the one that I actually got was actually the first one. So it's kind of cool. This depicts his first home run that he hit back in, I guess it was 1951 or 52. Moving on to 1985 Topps. This is another favorite in my collection, Mark McGwire rookie card. This is his U.S. Olympic card. He would not have an 86 card, but he would have an 87 card with the Oakland A's. This is him on the U.S. Olympic team. This card was valued at over $200 at one point until the whole steroid scandal came in, and probably get them on eBay now for $20, $30, maybe even cheaper, and ungraded. But McGwire was my favorite player as a kid in all of baseball, so that's a must-have in my favorite pile. Here's another one of my favorites here. This is a Paul Molitor, Alan Trammell 1978 rookie shortstops. This is from the 1978 Topps set. This is actually a very popular card in the hobby. I think it actually books ungraded for over $80 or $100. Molitor and Alan Trammell, two Hall of Famers right there. Great shortstops of their era. There's the back of the card. This card's in great shape. I'll probably wind up having it graded one day. Here's a 1973 Topps original Jim Palmer. Jim Palmer, a Hall of Fame pitcher, obviously, for the Baltimore Orioles. Love the 1973 design. It was just a very clean, big photo design. There's the back of the card. Moving on to 1993 Topps. This is Kirby Puckett's rookie card in the Topps Gold edition. Topps Gold cards were featured one per pack. It was a whole separate, complete replica of the original set with just the gold foil names and the Topps Gold logo at the top. So this one is, a little hard to find. And I just love the photo on there with the big baseball bat. Topps got really creative in 1993 with the photos and stuff. So, moving back to 1982, here is my original Topps Cal Ripken Jr. 1982 Fleer rookie card. This was, again, pulled right out of a pack, put right into the top loader. It's in perfect mint condition. There's the back of the card. Here is the 1982 Topps rookie card that Cal Ripken shares with two other guys. This was actually his first card, first Topps card. He also had a standalone card in the 82 traded set. But here is his original 1982 Topps rookie card. Here's another Ripken favorite card of mine. This is his 1994, I believe. 1994 or 1993, might even be 92. It's his Score Dream Team card. Score in the early 90s printed these Dream Team cards. They had like 8 or 10 cards of just certain players around the league, and they have these really cool black and white photos. Ripken here is being shown obviously with the Iron Horse behind him. There is the back of the card. Another favorite of mine, here's the 85 Donruss Pete Rose. This, I believe, is Pete Rose. I think this is his only card featured in an Expos uniform. I don't think Topps or Fleer had a card of him as an Expo. This is kind of cool. Just kind of a nice, novelty card to have. It is part of their base set. But I believe, if I'm correct, that's his only photo in a only card is in an Expos uniform. Here's a 1978 Brooks Robinson record breaker. This is my only Brooks Robinson card I have. 22 or 23 consecutive seasons with the same team. Brooks, a Hall of Fame phenomenal shortstop, spent his entire career with the Baltimore Orioles. Here's another one of my top 10 favorites in my collection. This is the earliest Nolan Ryan card I have. This is a 1975 Topps original Nolan Ryan. This card is in very good shape, good color. There's the back of the card. They gave him card number 500 that year. Nolan Ryan, super popular in the early to mid 70s, striking out 300 guys a year. I think he had already 3 or 4 no-hitters by this time. But this is one of my personal favorites in here. I just love the 75 design, and that's just a classic shot of Ryan right there. Just a nice, simple pose. Another favorite of mine here is the 1978 Topps Nolan Ryan. Again, a nice, just simple photo. Looks like it was taken during spring training probably. I love this 78 design. Very big photos. There's the back, giving him card number 400 that year. This is probably my favorite Ryan card that I have. I have all of the cards from 1975 to present, and this is probably my favorite one. This is his 1980 Topps card. The reason I like this card so much, I just love that photo. He looks like he's just rearing the fire, that 105-mile-an-hour fastball right there. It's just a great shot of him. It's a great action shot. There's the back. And again, this is his 1980 Topps card. I have the complete set of this year, as I mentioned before, and I think I own about 4 or 5 of these cards. Here is a 1993 Upper Deck Then and Now insert card of Nolan Ryan. These were featured in packs in the Upper Deck series. These are insert cards. They made about 10 to 12 of these. I also have the Dennis Eckersley and the Mickey Mantle card. There's the back. They had a nice hologram look to them, because you could see his early days with the Mets there, and if you could see in the hologram there, you'll see him with the Texas Rangers. This is another one of my favorites here. No, that's not an original. I wish it was. This is actually a 1998 Topps Finest reprint of Nolan Ryan's rookie card, along with Jerry Koosman there. You could see it has the Topps refractor, Topps Finest shine to it. It's got the gloss and the glimmer to it that the Topps Finest cards have. There's the back of the card. And again, this was in the 1998 Topps Finest. I believe these were inserts in the regular base Topps series, regular Topps base Topps cards. Here's another classic from 1983. This is Ryan Sandberg's rookie card. This is his base Topps card. Another card I have. It's in great shape. I have a few of these cards. I have the complete set of 1983. There's the back. Going back to 1975, here's my 1975 Mike Schmidt card. Again, I just love the vintage look of this card. Some of these 1970s cards, they had airbrushing done to them, and they just had a nice, nice vintage look to them. I love the color on this card. Here's the back. Another one of my favorites here is my 1979 Tom Seaver card. This is his original, his base Topps card for 1979. The reason I like this card, I'm a big Tom Seaver fan, obviously being a Met fan, as most of you know. And this card is just, it's my oldest Seaver I have. I don't have anything earlier than 1979. Just a nice classic photo of Tom showing his iconic pitching form right there. Just a nice classic card of Seaver. Here's one of the big guys here. This is my Ozzie Smith rookie card, his 1979 Topps card. And as you can see, mine, like probably 99% of everyone else's, is off-center and tilted a little bit. I know this card is very highly sought after in mint condition and in really good condition. It's very, very hard to find centered. As you can see, mine is in great shape here. It's just, again, the centering is off top to bottom. It's a little miscut on the left side. But this card is, as many of you know, is very, very difficult to find in good condition, but it's a must-own. Here is a 2013 Topps die cut of Duke Snider. This is a Chase die cut series that they printed. These were found in the regular 2013 packs of Topps baseball card. You could see the card is actually cut out into the shape that you see in the holder there. It has a nice glittery shine to it. Very cool looking card. I grew up in a household of, my father was a Met fan and he was also a Brooklyn Dodger fan, so I'm very familiar with the Brooklyn Dodgers, and Brooklyn Dodgers was kind of part of my childhood because of my father. Going back to 1975 one more time, this is my Willie Stargell card. Again, this one is in great shape. Nice color, that green and orange together, and Stargell just swinging right at the camera there, and I like how his bat just kind of comes out right at the camera. Here's the back of the card. Love the 1975 Topps. Here's a card that has some sentimental value to me. As many of you know, I'm a big Met fan. This is Darryl Strawberry's 1984 Fleer rookie card. Just a nice, simple pose of Darryl, probably taken during spring training. This card was pulled pack fresh, put right into this top loader. Great condition. There's the back of the card. Every time I see his cards, I just think what could have been. He was a phenomenal athlete, and he was really, really great to watch. And my last and final card, that's my favorite in the favorites pile, is one of my 7 graded cards. I have a separate video on graded cards you guys should check out. I have about 7 or 8 graded cards. And this one is my favorite because Kirby Puckett is one of my favorite players from back in the 80s. And this is also my highest graded card. This one graded a 9. The only thing was off was the center, I think, left to right. But everything else is 9s across the board. It's got a 9 on the edges, the corners, and the surface. Here's the back. I had it graded by Beckett Grading Services. But you could see this and my other graded cards in my graded cards video. You should look for that on my channel. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out my other videos. We'll talk soon.